Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
It didn't crank, did it?
You might be going to the store to get a new starter. Hey guys, how's it going? We're out here in the shop again. We got Otto, the shop dog, out here hanging out for a minute, till he gets bored of being out here. He'll go sit by the door. But tomorrow we're getting ready for a big day. Jordan's coming over to help me with wiring, and we're gonna try to get most of this truck knocked out. I have a couple things going on tomorrow during the day. Or one thing tomorrow during the day and then tomorrow night. So probably gonna get an early jump on it, get out here and start hammering on it in the morning and try to get a lot of wiring done. We're pretty much to the point where potentially we could put gas in this and turn the key switch tomorrow. So fingers crossed it goes good and we're productive. There's a couple things that I was gonna tinker on tonight to try to get finished up and get ready for that. Probably biggest is the battery bracket. Need to get that done. Need to figure out some way to mount the ECM underneath the dash. Would be a big help to have that done for tomorrow. And then there's a little bit of sound deadener that I still need to put on the vertical part of the firewall. That doesn't have any on it, and depending on how the wiring is gonna get ran, if something's gonna be kind of in the way, then I'll try to get some sound deadener put on there. It's gonna get it eventually. Just haven't got around to it yet. I've been trying to get the more critical things done. And then I just have to build a short piece for the, I'm gonna get this hood put up. Just gotta build a short piece to go from our gas pedal linkage here over to the throttle body. So I bought some pieces to build it out of. I just have to build the main rod and then cut this adjuster piece down to get it to work. So anyways, I'm gonna tinker on some of that stuff tonight. I don't know how much I'll get done. I'd really like to get a battery bracket done and get the battery mounted where it's gonna go. So yeah, that's what we're gonna get going on. Looks like Otto's already all ready to leave the shop. He's hanging out over there, so I'll go kick him in the house and come back out here and get going. All right, I'm gonna get started with the most difficult portion of what I just talked about, and that's mounting the battery. So basically I kind of have a idea of where I want to mount it. It's gonna be mounted to the side of the frame rail underneath the passenger side of the cab. So it'll be a little bit difficult to get to as far as putting it in and out. But I'm gonna put in a battery switch so that I can have a place easy to hook to it to charge it if I need to. And then yeah, hopefully I just never have to get into it. Well, I can still get under the truck. From the sides is going to be a little bit difficult, but if I go underneath like the bed where there's not going to be those steps, I should be able to crawl under there to get to it if I need to in an emergency. But anyways, that's where it's going. So basically what I'm going to do is just build a tray out of this 1x angle iron that just kind of loosely fits the bottom of it. And then I'll weld a tab onto it that will bolt to the frame, the edge of the C channel on the frame rail. And then from the ends, from the outside corners, I'll build some legs that go up and bolt to the top of the frame so that it's triangulated and braced, holding it up there. So I'm going to cut out some pieces, just get some rough measurements, cut out some pieces and build that tray, and then we'll get it bolted to the frame and then figure out what our legs need to be and get it built. And then we'll just have to put some sort of hold down in it to hold it down. I got the pieces cut out. Basically, I'm just gonna set these on top of there, weld them in, and then I cut this piece in the bottom. We'll leave a little gap for water or whatever to kind of make its way out of the tray so that it doesn't puddle up in there. So that's gonna be the basic shape of the tray, and then this is gonna weld onto there like so, and that 1 inch is going to be what sits on the edge of the frame rail to bolt it on. So there'll be probably 3 bolts that hold that on to the frame rail there, and then we'll have some kickstands that come from the corners up to the top of the frame. Took this, got this welded, set it outside so it'd cool down quicker, and started tinkering on the ECM mount. I think I got a good idea for that, but I gotta have a angle drill, so I'm gonna see if Jordan can bring one with him tomorrow, because I don't have a small angle one to reach up. I gotta reach up into a hole on the firewall to drill a hole to mount it, so we can forget about that for tonight. So this is cooled down. I was originally gonna mount it up farther, right kind of in line with the X pipe, but it's in between the 2 cross members and the X pipe, and it doesn't give me any room to get a battery in and out of that area without pulling a cross member or the exhaust. So I decided to move it back here on the frame rail, kind of between these 2 cross members. I can get the battery lifted up between the drive line and the tray to set it in here, and I think it's gonna work out pretty good right here. It's a little bit farther back than what I was wanting, but at this point I don't really have another choice. So it's gonna go there, and then I could maybe put a little access hole in the floor of the bed here that just screws down, that I could pull off to drop jumper cables down into there if I need to. So that's an idea that I've been brainstorming. So I'm gonna get these 3 holes marked out on the edge of this frame rail to get that bolted on, and then we'll work on building a kicker from out here up to the frame rail over there. Alright, so we got the holes drilled in the frame. So I'm just gonna set this on there, put some bolts through it. Those balls line up pretty good. Alright, probably need one on each side. I'm gonna go grab the battery and make double sure that I can get it up between the drive line and the thing. Yep. No. Right in there like that, with the positive terminal out here where we can get to it through the floor of the bed. I think that'll work out really good. Right there. Kind of got a little bit of a scheme here. We'll make one and see what it looks like. Okay, then I want about an inch. About an inch. Bend on a 90. So that'll kind of go down along the side and along the bottom corner of that tray. And this will come up and bend that angle, and then we'll weld a washer or maybe a nut to that and then just bolt through the frame. Or a tab, something like that, where you can get a little purchase on it. Let's go measure where we need to put this other bench. I like doing this stuff. Lots of freedom to create and make it whatever your mind thinks. So, kind of thinking, just wrap it right around that corner, and then bring it up here. Need to bend it right. There, wish I had a marker on me. Stop off at the marker shop quick. Alright. Now that goes like that. It needs bent that way. Like so. Probably right there. Holy smokes. I think if we go right there, and we'll just add a tab and we can bolt it on with that body bolt. That'd be pretty slick. Alright, if I'm waking up early in the morning, I've got to go to bed. I was like, oh yeah, we can cross off battery bracket, because I got some paint thrown on it. And then I thought, I never came up with a way to tie the battery into it. So, still got to figure that out tomorrow, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. So yeah, we can, the ECM will get done tomorrow for sure. Battery bracket, hopefully a bunch of wiring, maybe fenders, gas pedals, seat bracket. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of that little stuff that's not super hard to do, just you put it off and you put it off. So tomorrow is going to be a big day. I'm going to go to bed. I'm rambling. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Alright. The morning has arrived. Got a couple hours of sleep. And we're we're back out here. So real quick, I'm figuring out a way to lock the battery into the battery tray, since I forgot about doing that when I built it. Got a pretty good plan, I think, though. I got this rod I'm gonna weld in there to put the little foot of the battery to wedge under, and then I'm gonna cut a piece of this strap, I think, that'll fit inside of there, and then it'll bolt down against that corner and the foot of the battery on that side, and just one bolt. Battery is done. Battery bracket is done. Cross that off the list. Heck yeah. Okay, next up I'm gonna finish the linkage on for the throttle. So I started kind of cutting out. I made this to just kind of get an idea of what we needed. It kind of needs to look similar to that. So I got this piece here. I drilled the hole in there for the pin. So that's gonna be that arm, and I've got some of this smaller stuff. We're gonna cut this, make it look really nice. Weld that on there because we got to put a bend in it, and then we'll weld that coupling nut on after the bend. Cut that to length. Should be good to go. Got the throttle linkage all built. Coming out pretty good. So Jordan's plugging on wiring, and I'm gonna keep going on other stuff. Alright, so we're gonna cross off, if I can find it, gas pedal. Done. On to something else. Alright, I had to run do some family stuff. Jordan's been here slaving away. He thinks we're about ready to turn this thing over and see if we're gonna get some juice going to it. So I put some gas in the tank. The flex plate apparently has some bad teeth on it that I didn't realize, so we might be changing that here in the near future. So what do you think? We ready to try it?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
The wiring's very redneck right now.
The wiring, we just got wires jumpered, but he's been sorting out the wiring harness, figuring out all the stock stuff, so
Let's see if it cranks.
we'll see if it cranks.
Oh, I have to hook the battery back up. That would help.
Yeah. Battery put in back there.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
It didn't crank, did it?
Did it? Not there.
I don't know what I heard up here just barely. We should have fuel pump come on here. Dang it.
You might be going to the store to get a new starter. Yeah, I feel like I can feel it buzzing. Can't hear it, but it...
Can I hear? Oh, our transmission lines.
Oh.
Our transmission pump works.
Yeah, we probably want to loop those for now, huh? Alright, we'll get a loop put on those and then try it again. So we got the transmission line looped. Went to hit it again and got fuel pouring out of one of these fittings down here. We're having trouble getting to it, so we're going to pull this master out where we can access right up to it.
I'm going to say it's on the nut side, on the flare.
Yeah. It most definitely is. I don't know why though.
Well, I was going to say, let's just buzz that apart right
Pull
there.
it apart quick. I'll do it because I got gloves.
I don't really care.
If I get it, like, it freaking makes my fingers crack wide open.
Oh.
Faster than fast.
Gotcha.
They're already cracked open, so.
Old ginger skin.
Yeah. Ginger skin. Thanks. Tell you what, pulling that master off made that way easier. It was good thinking.
Oh, so I'm like, what in the heck's dripping now? It's just that gas over there.
It's just gas. Just gasoline.
Oh, from this angle, it sure don't look bad.
It didn't look bad under there either. I don't know. What do you do?
Take that fitting out and hit it with the impact. There you go.
Huh?
I'm joking.
I'm like, how are we going to hit it with an impact? But yeah, I see how you do that.
One time. Oh, sure don't look bad from here. Is it pinching the line, or is the nut just getting jammed down tight?
It might not be. I don't know.
You don't have another one of those fittings, do you, to thread in there?
Yeah.
Just to see.
You want it on a line or not on a
Well, I don't know, either way, actually. On the line would be fine. We could tighten it up and see.
I could just replace that whole section of line.
Yeah, I don't know that that's the problem though. Just pinched that line, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it kind of rules that out. Where'd that come from?
It's just got to be that flare, not seating or something.
Crack behind it or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. I say where you got access to it now, let's give it the beans. Where it's a little easier to see if it'll pull up on it. Oh, we died, I think.
No, screen just.
Oh, so it times out.
Yeah. It's either gonna make it or break it.
Probably good there, ain't it?
Alright. Buzz that and we'll see what happens.
Let it spray you. Ready?
Yeah. Stayed dry.
I'll do it again.
Yeah. Okay. I imagine what I can hear up here is just the pressure regulator on the throttle body
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
blowing air through.
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear it dumping back into the tank now. Looking all right? Good enough it's gonna run, dang it.
Good enough. It might be a small fuel leak on that factory line.
Let's fire it up.
Talked me into it.
Okay, our ignition should be live. Ready?
Yep.
Sure, we'll have to do this many times.
Ooh. I don't know if that starter's thrown out hard enough.
It might not be, or that That's a good day.
What do you think?
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good day.
Yeah, that's good.
Now it's time to unredneck it.
Now unredneck it, make it right. Now that we know it might work. Cool. Well,
Sounded good.
it did. I don't know what to say other than hip hip hooray. I gotta find something else to do so I stay busy, or I'm just gonna walk around and stare at this thing all giddy like a kid on Christmas morning. Alright, well, I'm gonna do something else. We're gonna keep hammering. Alright, next up on my list, I'm gonna, since we've got this pulled out to look at that fuel leak, I'm gonna bench bleed this master cylinder, and then we can get it put back in, and then bleed the brake lines. Alrighty, well, we got the master cylinder bench bled. We put it in and started bleeding the brakes, but I think Jordan was saying there's a push rod between the booster and the master that might need to be lengthened because we're not getting pedal as much as we need. So we got the brakes pretty much bled. Just need a little bit more throw on the pedal. We're getting clear fluid throughout, but they just still don't feel like they should. So we got that. We're gonna call it a day. I've got some stuff to do this evening, and we're gonna get back out here and keep going on this list. But it's getting whittled down. My battery died, so on the list we got a lot of it whittled down. And like all this section here is bed and fenders and lights. Not much left to do, just a couple time consuming things, doors, glass, windshield frame, that's a big one still. So I'll probably be hammering on that windshield frame and the doors in the evenings this coming week. And try to get that knocked out, and then when we get some more time, when Jordan can get over here, we'll have him going on wiring. So got plenty to do, and still looking pretty promising. We were talking, I don't think we're too far away from test drive now. He's just got to hook some wires up, and I mean we can see the finish line. It's uphill, but we can see it. So appreciate you guys hanging out and the support. Go to the store, get yourself a shirt ordered up, some stickers, and we'll keep sending videos your way. So thanks for watching.